right, please remain still. This portion of the exam is now beginning. Remember, yes or no answers only. If you don't understand a question or hear a question, Mr. Davis, don't say anything at all. We will skip it and move to the next one. Are you usually called Mancil?
Yes.
Concerning my questions about you making 51 official holes in one, do you intend to answer my questions truthfully today?
Yes.
Are you telling the truth when you stated you have made 51 official holes in one in your golf career?
Yes.
Are you being truthful with me tonight when you informed me that you have successfully made 51 official holes in one in your lifetime?
Yes.
What is it about a hole-in-one?
You tell us your name, young fella, and where you're from?
I'm Mancil Davis from Odessa, Texas.
You certainly are. Mancil, if you'll whisper to me, we'll show our audience just what field you established your record in. Uh-huh. Now let's show them what your record was.
No shot in golf stirs more excitement. No achievement in the game is wrapped in more mystery. When you step up to a par 3, your odds of making a hole-in-one is about 1 in 12,000.
Davey.
Have you ever had one? Do you think you ever will? Well, what if I told you the world record for holes-in-one is 51? That's right, 51. Don't believe me? I'm Mancil Davis. I'm known as the King of Aces. I have 51 holes-in-one. It sounds crazy. I grew up in Odessa, and that's when the oil business was still good, but I wanted a Rolex watch, because that's what everybody had out there. I wanted a pair of alligator shoes, because that's what all the big guys had, and I wanted to be a golf pro. Golden Acres Country Club, which doesn't even exist anymore in Odessa. I want to say it was a 3-iron, 167 yards. And it was actually a good shot, that one was. It was a little draw shot, as I recall, and hit, skipped, and rolled in the hole.
There were witnesses to that one. I assume you're planning a tournament.
They're all witnesses, yeah. I mean, we had adult scorekeepers, so that helped it out a lot more, that there was somebody other than 2 9 or 10 or 11-year-olds saying I hit it. All of a sudden, they started coming in bunches. I literally made 3 in a week, 5 in a month, and 8 in that calendar year. That led to a story in the Odessa American, our local paper, and nice big story. And then just a few weeks later, I'm sitting in 7th grade class, and then the teacher said, "Mancil, you're wanted in the principal's office." And I walk into the principal's office, and my dad is there with him, and had this deep voice, and he went, "I got a phone call about you today." And I went, "Yes, sir." And he said it was from CBS television in New York, and they want you to be on a TV program called I've Got a Secret. And so we're going to New York.
Mr. Davis is a golfer, you see?
Oh, goodness sake.
And like all serious golfers, it has been his lifelong dream to hit a hole-in-one.
Oh.
Well, sir, last spring he finally made it and then some. He hit a hole-in-one, and since then, believe it or not, he has hit 7 more for a total of 8 holes-in-one in 1 year.
For a kid from Odessa, that was pretty slick. I went 21 years in a row with at least 1 hole-in-one. And I didn't even know that, but a reporter from the Chicago Tribune called early December of that year and said, have you made a hole-in-one this year? And I went, "No, I really haven't played that much." And he said, "Oh my gosh, the record is going to end." And I went, "What record?" He said, "You've made an ace for 21 years. It was unique having that many holes-in-one. So I was kind of treated like a celebrity when I didn't even know how to spell it. It's a very common situation now when you play in a corporate or charity event to see a car or cash awarded for a hole-in-one on a specific hole.
From the moment you arrive at a $1 million hole-in-one shootout, you know you're about to experience something far different from the typical charity or corporate golf event. In the next few minutes, we're going to let you see the sights and sounds of what a typical $1 million hole-in-one shootout consists of.
John Everhart basically invented hole-in-one insurance.
I got a job in the valley, but today I didn't go.
Well, I'm John Everhart, and between Mancil Davis and myself, we have 51 holes in one. I had heard about how Lloyd's of London had at one time insured a hole-in-one, and I thought that would be unique if we could get a nice prize offered for a hole-in-one during our tournament. Once I thought I could get Lloyd's interested in offering the insurance, I decided I would want to get an automobile offered as a hole-in-one prize. So I went over and just cold called Roger Meyer, asking him if he'd be interested. Roger Meyer was excited that so many people were interested in looking at his car on the golf course, because you could drive the car right out on the target hole. People could kick the tires on the car or look in it or do whatever they wanted, and he thought the exposure was wonderful. I thought I'd like to get someone that was highly visible in the golf world that had a hole-in-one record. The hole-in-one record at that time was held by Art Wall, a touring professional. I think Art had 41 at the time. So I approached Art Wall and could not afford Art Wall. Financially, I just couldn't work a deal with Art. That turned into, within 2 weeks, almost a miracle, because I read an article in the Dallas Morning News about how this club professional named Mancil Davis had scored a hole-in-one at the Trophy Club over in Fort Worth. And not only was it a hole-in-one, but it was also a double eagle, because it happened on a par 4 hole. And it just excited me that maybe, just maybe, this young club professional might represent us if I could work a deal with Mancil.
John Everhart was starting to form this company called National Hole-in-One Association, and a former editor of Golf magazine named Parker Smith was doing the public relations for him and marketing ideas, and they read this Skip Bayless article and decided to call me. We met at the DFW airport in one of the hotels there in a meeting room, and I'm kind of the spokesperson for this new company coming out.
He had such a great way of relating to people that I thought I would come up with a nickname for Mancil. So I decided to nickname Mancil the King of Aces.
When they named me King of Aces, I didn't know what I was getting into. We went to Dallas, and all of a sudden I have this new moniker, King of Aces, but what followed after that was pretty special.
I came up with the idea of putting his picture on playing cards, and anytime he would score a hole-in-one, I would reproduce these cards with the next level of hole-in-one record he achieved.
They put a crown on my head, threw a purple robe on me with white fur, and I came out with this. My calling card was my fat face sitting on a throne wearing royal garb, and I don't like these, but I got a good hand dealt with them every now and then. People would collect them. I mean, I found one in New York at a card shop, several years ago.
We could put Mancil out on a target hole, and he could greet people as they came to the target hole, and he could be used in a marketing sense that way. And if anyone, of course, wanted one of his cards, he would always be ready to hand out one of his King of Aces playing cards. We were writing about 15,000 events, primarily in the U.S. market.
It was the best of both worlds. You're getting I kind of got paid to party and talk and hit a 7-iron, and thankfully I was pretty good at all 3 of them.
The first $1 million prize we had was at a tournament in Midland, Texas, and the publicity was enormous on it. And with that excitement, the charities were usually the benefactor of it.
Twice doing King of Aces outings, my first swing, first shot, went in the hole. I'd wait till the last group hit, and then I would literally play the other 17 holes, didn't care what a shot, but to actually make it an official round of golf. So I had some on par 3 courses growing up, but I got 51. That's the bottom line.
The secret to our business is we've always had witnesses that have to verify the actual hole-in-one happening. There are cases where you have to go beyond the normal in investigating the claim, and polygraph a lot of times will reveal that.
And so they used to put you on polygraphs every now and then, huh?
I've had three or four, I guess. Somebody said, do you get mad about that? I said, I'll be more worried when they quit asking about it, because that means somebody still cares.
Concerning my questions about you making 51 official holes in one, do you intend to answer my questions truthfully today?
Yes.
Are you telling the truth when you stated you have made 51 official holes in one in your golf career?
Yes.
Are you being truthful with me tonight when you informed me that you have successfully made 51 official holes in one in your lifetime?
Yes.
This portion of the exam is now completed. I'm going to release the pressure from your cuff, but do not move until instructed to do so. You have a plus 12, just scoring 3 charts. A plus 4 is passing, so you have way more than you need.
Well, hooty-doo.
Exactly.
Oh, and obviously you got doubters. I mean, if I didn't know it was true, I might even question it. I mean, the bottom line, it makes no sense. I wouldn't trade places with anybody. I really wouldn't. I mean, I got more stories than a show dog can jump. And I mean, and the nice part is they're real. And I don't care who believes them or not, because I was there. And I've been real blessed, yeah. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I finally just decided, you know, somebody has to have the most, and that's me.